Hello everybody and welcome to another video. This time a little bit out of the ordinary because I'm gonna show you how I create YouTube video thumbnails. Now I use a combination of multiple techniques. Amongst some are AI image generation, which might be nifty to show off. So for most of the thumbnails I'll start with a picture of myself in it, and in this case I'm going to use PhotoAI in order to generate it. And let's go a little bit crazy here. Model sitting on a chair with a plain background, going completely crazy. Hands in the air, insane look. Now let's see, let's have a high resemblance and let's generate a couple of images. So generally it takes me a few goes to find something that is both what I'm looking for and that still looks like me. As you can see, most of these have quite a good sort of like recognition, and this is not really what I'm looking for, so it's a little bit too standard. There's actually some emotional type, I think maybe surprised or something like that, and let's say are these okay from the side, from above? Let's do a full body one, and let's try this again, but I also want to change my clothes because this is a bit boring. Model is wearing a purple hoodie. And let's do that again. And let's see where we end up. Now this tends to take me anywhere from just a couple of minutes to something that can take me a lot longer. But I think we have something that we can work with here. Let's wait for the last one to finish. But I think this one already is kind of okay. Let's see if we can sort of like, yeah, how about this one? Because it doesn't have the chair so clearly in view. So I will download it in this case. And one of the first things I will do is actually upscale it. In order to upscale it, I will use a little tool I found called Upscaylr. In this case, it's a Mac application, and let's do a high fidelity upscale. Just drag the image in there and we'll do a 4x and it will start upscaling. And in the meantime, I'll go to Canva and wait for this one to finish. Now it's generally quite quick, it depends on your machine. This is actually done locally, so kind of like that. And here you can see the quality difference. I have some interesting fingers there. It seems like my fingers are half attached, but yeah, for now it doesn't matter that much. Most of the time this is like, yeah, it's gonna be on the YouTube thumbnail. I highly doubt many people are actually gonna be looking at it. Let's see, it's the bigger one, so we're gonna upload that one to Canva. And Canva has this amazing little thing, and it's called the background remover. There's also some other things that you can actually use to get this done. It takes a while for it to actually show up. I guess it needs to sort of load the image, but once it's there, it's there. And then we can get started. And there we go. And now we have myself sitting over here, and I tend to put myself somewhere like here, and then we're gonna something like AI YouTube thumbnail. Now it's a little bit long. Let's put it somewhere here. AI thumbnails, I think, should be enough. And let's put that somewhere here. Now I would like to have something here, but I don't know quite what to put there. So let's see, maybe a YouTube award. So we're gonna ask ChatGPT to generate an image of a YouTube award for my channel called Treetje. Actually, I think on YouTube it's spelled like this. And let's actually spell YouTube correctly. Now this will continue trucking along. We're not gonna need these anymore. and I might cut out the part between the generation of this one, because OpenAI tends to be not as snappy. Okay, so it generated it, but given that I now have only 1,000 subscribers, I think posting here maybe as 100,000 might be a bit much. So we'll ask it to change that part. I think we can go in and actually ask it to change just this little part. Let's say here, let's say this part, and then let's make it, let's say 1,000 plus subscribers. I think that's a little bit more realistic. So now it will start regenerating, and this should be a little bit faster, but I might cut it out also. We're back, and here we see that this is actually quite close to what I want, so I'm going to download it. The benefit of this little tool I have called Dropover is whenever I download something, it's there, because generally I want to use it for something. And then I'll go to Upscaylr again. I'm going to drag my image in there, and we're going to do exactly the same thing for this one. Okay, there we go. And you see a nicely upscaled version of this one. Now we're going to get the upscaled version, which is insanely big, but who cares? We're going to just throw it into Canva. And again, we're going to wait for it to load, which will take a bit because it's 30 megabytes. Perhaps I should have put on, I think in here you can put on compression or something. But yeah. And waiting for this one to pop up. And once that's done, we're gonna remove the nasty background. So we have that there. There we go. It will take a little bit longer. And here is the one without the removed background. We're gonna make it slightly bigger, keeping the same aspect ratio. And let's rotate. And we're gonna rotate it a bit. Let's say like this. Get it over here, maybe a little bit less. Else it will be hard to read. We're gonna put this AI thumbnails over here. And I think it would be better to have a perhaps a little bit more interesting background, something that fit the vibe. Let's see, something like this. And if we are lucky, we're also going to be able to do a little bit of filtering on there. There we go, a shadow. This one, this one. This one, let's do the backdrop. There we go. And there we have a nicely, let's take this one. Make it a bit bigger, since we have it over here. And move this here into the box, like this. And then we are done. What I then usually do again is download it here at the size that I want, usually around A2. And you can see it will download it, and I can add it to my YouTube video. That's it. So, a small demo of how I make these little thumbnails without that much hassle.